everyone. Today we will study about periodic table, how to make periodic table. It will be helpful for you till the time you're studying chemistry. I prepared an easy hint for you with the help of which you can easily memorize atomic number 1 to 21. The hint is like this: HHG, Libib, Canofni, Namagalsi, Pascalar. I know these words don't have any meanings, but they'll be helpful for you in memorizing the atomic numbers up to 21, 1 to 21. You know, according to Berzelius, nowadays we are studying the symbols by Berzelius, and Berzelius said if there is a single letter, for suppose for hydrogen he used H, for boron he used capital B, but later on when all the single letters were over, he used two alphabets for a particular element, suppose for helium. But you'll see this thing that the first letter is always in caps and the second one is in small. For example, helium, whose symbol is capital H small e. Nowadays we are studying the symbols, modern day symbols are of Berzelius. Similarly, sodium. Sodium is taken from a Latin word natrium. Similarly, potassium. Potassium is taken from kalium, right? But this is a simple hint. These hints, they'll be helpful for you in memorizing the atomic number from 1 to 21. Again, I'm telling you the hints: HHG, Libib, Canofni, Namagalsi, Pascalar, Kakas. Right? Now we will study them in detail. Please focus. Atomic number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 and 21. Okay, now please see these hints. These hints are called symbols. Now please see it from there. H, then He, Libib, Li. You can draw this table along with me. Libib, Canofni, Namagalsi, Pascalar, Kakasa. Right? Now, what are the names of these elements? As all of you know, H stands for hydrogen. Right? These are the elements. Capital H for hydrogen, He for helium, Li for lithium, Be for beryllium, capital B for boron, C for carbon, N for nitrogen, O for oxygen, F for fluorine, this for neon, Ne for neon, Na taken from natrium, its name is sodium, Mg magnesium, Al aluminium, Si silicon, P for phosphorus, S for sulfur, Cl for chlorine, Ar for argon, K taken from kalium, K for potassium, Ca for calcium, Msc for scandium. Right? Okay, this is the first term. Now the next term comes is electronic configuration. which is very helpful. Electronic configuration we study in class 9. You know, atomic number is number of protons. Number of protons are equal to number of electrons, and atomic mass is equal to atomic number plus number of neutrons. Protons and neutrons are present in nucleus, and electrons revolve in the outermost shell. But you have to keep this thing in mind when we are talking about the case of any element, then in that case number of protons and number of electrons are equal. The shells are K, L, M, N. These are denoted by English alphabets, which you have already studied in Bohr's model of an atom. Now, the formula for that configuration is 2n square. When we are talking about K shell, then n is equal to 1. Then how many electrons K shell can hold? The number of electrons which can come in K shell is 2 into 1 square, that is 2. After K we have L shell, for that n is equal to 2, 2 into 2 square, 8. Similarly for M shell, we have n equal to 3. These are the number of electrons which a particular shell can hold, right? So we have 2 into 3 square, 9 to the 18. Similarly N shell, 2 into 4 square, 32. In reality it is 2, 8, 18, 32. But when we will study, then when we will study electronic configuration, then it will be 2, 8, 8, 18, 32, so on. Why this is so? That you will study SPDF configuration in class 11, then you will be able to. Now, we'll distribute this the representation of electron, how many electron a particular shell can hold. So electronic configuration for hydrogen is 1 because it has only one shell, that is K shell, and only one electron will come in it. Similarly for helium it is 2, atomic number. As I have told you earlier, number of protons is equal to atomic number. In helium we have 2 protons, so the number of electrons are also 2. And in K, L, M, N shell we are distributing electrons, right? After that lithium is 3, but now K shell is full because its maximum capacity was only of holding 2 electrons, so it is full. So for helium it is not 3, it is 2, 1. 8 electrons can come in L shell. Similarly for beryllium it is 2, 2, boron 2, 3, carbon 2, 4, nitrogen 2, 5, oxygen 2, 6, fluorine 2, 7, neon 2, 8. Now your L shell is also filled because its maximum capacity is of 8 electron. It is filled now, right? Now sodium, number 11. 11 is the atomic number. Number of protons are also 11. And the number of electron in that case are also 11. So it won't be 2, 9, it would be 2, 8, 1. Magnesium 2, 8, 2. 2, 8, 3. Silicon 2, 8, 4. Phosphorus 15, 2, 8, 5. Sulfur number 16, 2, 8, 6. Chlorine 2, 8, 7. Argon, it's a noble gas. Helium, your helium number 10, neon as well as argon, these are noble gases. Potassium 2881, because I told you the capacity of M shell of carrying electron is 18, but only 8 will come in it. So it is not 289, it's 288, right? Please focus here. 2, then after that 2882, and for scandium I won't tell you because it belongs to group number 3. Okay, that you will study later on, right? Next term is valence electron. Valence electrons. After that we have is valency, and after that we have is type, whether it is a metal, non-metal or a metalloid, right? Valence electron. The definition of valence electron is the number of electrons present in the outermost shell. Here hydrogen has only one shell, so valence electrons are 1. Okay? That is the only shell, so that is also the outermost shell. Similarly, in case of helium, 2 valence electron there. Lithium, that is the L shell, is the outermost shell. So in case of lithium, it's 1 valence electron on 1. Then it goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then again, this M shell is the valence shell in case of sodium. So it goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then also 1, 2. Right? It will go like this. When we talk about valency, for valency I would like to give you one hint. Valency of metals is equal to number of valence electrons. I repeat, valency of metals is equal to number of valence electron, and valency of non-metals is equal to 8 minus number of valence electron. With the help of this simple formula, you can calculate the valency of a particular element, right? Before telling you valency, I would like to tell you whether it is a metal or a non-metal. Hydrogen is a gas, you know that it's a non-metal. All noble gases are non-metal too. Helium, as I have told you already, it's a noble gas. All gases are non-metal. Please mark it earlier: helium and your neon. Neon is a noble gas too, and argon, number 18. These are noble gases. As I've already told you, all non-metals are, all these noble gases are non-metals, right? Lithium is a metal. Beryllium, it's metal 2. Boron, it's a metalloid. What are metalloids? You know metals, non-metal, anything which is malleable, ductile, sonorous is called a metal. Anything which is non-malleable, non-ductile, non-sonorous is called a non-metal. And metalloid are those elements which have the properties of both metals or non-metals. Okay, carbon is a non-metal, you know that. Nitrogen is a non-metal. Oxygen is a non-metal. Fluorine is a non-metal too. Right, I am making a table for you so that you can easily understand it, right? Don't get confused. You have to memorize this, which one is a metal, which is a non-metal. Okay, this is lithium is a metal and hydrogen is a non-metal, right? Similarly, we know that this sodium, neon, is a noble gas. Please, you can mark the table in such a manner. I'll tell you the difference for this. Okay, now please come back to the topic sodium. Sodium, it's a metal. Magnesium is a metal. Aluminium is a metal. Silicon is a metalloid. As I've told you, metalloid are those elements which shows the property of both metals or non-metals. Sulfur is a non-metal. Sulfur, chlorine. Argon is a noble gas. It's a non-metal too. And we have potassium, it's a metal. Potassium is a metal. Your calcium is a metal, and scandium is a metal too. Now you know the types, which of these elements are metals, which are non-metals. Now the valency. Valency is simple. All noble gases have zero valency. We are talking about electrovalency over here. Valency is of two types, electrovalency and covalency. We'll study electrovalency first. The definition of electrovalency, or commonly known as valency, is that the number of electrons lost or gained to achieve the nearest inert gas configuration. Why elements are losing? Because everybody want to achieve the state of these noble gases. Here noble gases are helium, neon and argon. So all metal, non-metal, by losing or gaining electron, they want to achieve this state of noble gases. That's why they are losing or gaining electron. For you, it is easy to memorize that the valency of helium is 0, valency of neon is 0.2 and valency of argon is 0.2. Okay? Because they are in ideal state. They need not to lose or gain any electron. Right? Now next is hydrogen. Its valency is 1. Why it is 1? Metals have positive valency. Because metals lose electron, they become positively charged after losing electrons, because they are donors. They lose electron and they acquire positive charge. Whereas non-metals, they gain electrons and they becomes negatively charged ion called anions. But metals form cations, positively charged. And it is very simple. जो दान देता है वो बड़ा होता है. Metal lose करते हैं electron, तभी वो positively charged ion बनाते हैं. उन्हें cations कहते हैं. और non-metal, on the other hand, they gain electrons. तभी वो negatively charged बनाते हैं, उन्हें anions कहते हैं. Right? अब ध्यान दीजिएगा, lithium, इसकी valency 1 है. मैं यहाँ पर अभी plus minus नहीं लिख रहा, because you know valency of all metal is positive, whereas valency of all non-metal is in negative. ठीक है? I'll make a separate session for that, right? So valency of beryllium is 2, because it's a metal. As I told you, in case of metal, valency is equal to number of valence electrons. But carbon is a non-metal, so 8 minus 4, 4 you can use. Nitrogen is a non-metal. Valence electron are 5, so valency is 8 minus 5 equal to 3. Similarly, oxygen is a non-metal. 8 minus 6 is equal to 2. But oxygen forms oxide ion, 2 negative. Again and again I am telling you the same thing, that metals have positive valency and non-metals have negative valency, right? So it goes like this: 4, 3, 1, 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, then 3, 2, 1, 0, and 1, 2, right? So this is all about periodic table. It will be very helpful for you in class 9, especially in chemistry chapter 4. You can study periodic table, how to make periodic table, and how to memorize atomic number 1 to 20. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you everyone.